Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really quite awesome, and that is this 6x6 piston vault door. Now for those of you who don't know, around about a month and a half ago I did a showcase video on this design, and if you haven't seen it I would highly suggest checking it out because that video really is quite good, and there'll be links to that down in the description. But the comment section of that video was full to the brim with people asking for a tutorial. I wasn't originally planning on doing one, but with that many comments and requests it would feel rude not to. So let's crack straight on and I'll show you how to build it. So you want to get things started with a 4x14 area, and the first thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing the bottom pistons. You want to place blocks going across like this, redstone dust on top of all of those with redstone torches on the back of all of those blocks, and then you want to place a bunch of sticky pistons facing upwards with a bunch of blocks on their faces. Now these are going to be your door blocks, so that's just something to keep in mind. But now what we're going to do is we're going to construct the doorway itself. So you want to place those 4 blocks in like that, and then one extra, another one up like this, and then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then another one on top, and that is going to be the size of your doorway. So you want to do the same thing on the other side, just creating this big 6x6 hole with those 4 blocks across the bottom and in the middle. Now that is going to be the front of your door. The back of your door isn't quite so pretty, so that's just something to watch out for. Now we're going to put all of the rest of the pistons in, so you want to go around this side here, just place a block like this, a sticky piston facing across, and we want to cover this entire wall here with sticky pistons going right the way up to the top of your doorway, and then chuck all of your door blocks in on all their faces. Then you want to go up like this and place a sticky piston facing downwards and essentially reflect the bottom line of pistons here. So you want to place all of the blocks there. We've got 4 sticky pistons facing downwards across the top, and then finally you want to go around this side as well, place sticky pistons going across like this all the way up to the edge of your door with the door blocks on all of their faces. Now that is the outer ring of pistons done. Now it's time to wire them up. Now to hook up all of your outer edge pistons, what you want to do is head down to this piece of redstone dust here, place a block up like this, a redstone torch right there, then on the side of that redstone torch you want to place 2 blocks across like this with a block up like that with redstone dust on top of all of those. Now using glowstone or upside down half slabs, what you want to do is go all the way up like this, creating a bit of a zigzagging pattern right the way up to this top piston right here, placing redstone dust in between all of your glowstone or upside down half slabs. And then what you want to do is place a block on the edge of this redstone, a block on the edge of this redstone, and a block on the edge of this redstone that is next to the top piston, and then this piston here, and the second piston from the bottom. And as you can see, if we flick this lever down at the bottom, all of our pistons will extend. So what we want to do is just head over to the other side, place a block up like this, redstone torch there, 2 blocks going across like this with a block up like that, redstone dust all the way across like this, and we're going to be repeating the same thing again. So that is upside down half slabs, all glowstone, right the way up to the top like this, and then you want to place redstone dust in all of the gaps here with your block, 2 up, and then this one here, and the one at the very top. Finally, to hook up all of these top pistons, all you have to do is place in these blocks across the top, and then grab yourself some redstone dust and run it all the way across here, and you can go right the way over to the other side. Just for symmetry's sake, we like to keep things identical on both sides. So that is your outer ring of pistons all done and dusted. Now to do your double piston extender, so the first thing that I would suggest doing is chucking down a lever on this line of redstone here and switching it on. So as you can see, this redstone is now powered. So now what you want to do is go out the back and place 2 sticky pistons facing upwards on both sides like that, so that you've got yourself some double piston extenders. Now what you want to do is place a half slab just like this with redstone dust on top of that one, and it's going to be running out into a block with 2 blocks like this, a repeater set to 3 ticks, and then you want a repeater set to 1 tick running into that block right there. Then off the edge of this block here, you want to place a block like this, 2 blocks going down like that, and then 1 block up like that. You want to place redstone dust on top of all of those blocks. On the side of this block, you want to place a redstone torch. Then you want to place blocks going across like this, running into a block there, with redstone dust on top of all of these, and a redstone torch up at the end. And finally, you want to head over to this area here, place a block, a sticky piston facing upwards with a block on top, and a repeater set to 3 ticks. Quick correction that needs to be made, that repeater that we just placed down actually needs to be set to 2 ticks, not 3 ticks, so I'd quickly go and change that one. But anyway, we now have to do the other side, so you want to head over to this side here, place down your half slab with the redstone dust on the top. That is going to be running into the block, with the 2 blocks across like this, and the repeater, 3 ticks on that one, and then the 1 tick one on the end. Then you want to place a block here, 2 blocks like this, and 1 block up the end with the redstone dust on top of all of those blocks there. Then you want to grab your redstone torch, place it on the end there, and then 3 blocks going right the way across like this with your redstone torch up at the end, and the redstone dust running straight into that block there. Finally, you just want to place your block, your repeater set to 2 ticks, and your sticky piston facing upwards with the block on top, and that is going to create your double piston extenders. Now we are done with the bottom area, so what you want to do is stick some blocks on top of your double piston extender, and then I'm going to fill in the floor area here because we're not going to be doing much work down there anymore. But anyway, if we give it a quick test there, as you can see, we got ourselves this area done. We've got the double piston extender in the middle, and then all of the blocks across the bottom, and when we flick it again, all of those blocks get retracted. Nice. It is now time to do all of the side parts, which are just a little bit more complicated. So if you head down to this corner here and place an immovable object up like this, then you want to go 1, 2, 3 and place another immovable object. Take out all of those blocks there, place 2 blocks across like this, a sticky piston facing inwards, you want to go 3 up like that with slime blocks on all of their faces there, then remove those 2 blocks. Next to all of the sticky pistons, you want to place regular pistons facing inwards, and that is the piston layout for that side. So you want to repeat the same thing again on the other side. You want to place an immovable object, 1, 2, 3, and then your other immovable object. Take out those blocks. You can place 2 blocks across like this with sticky pistons facing inwards there, slime blocks on all of their faces, then the regular pistons next to all of those sticky pistons, and take out your temporary blocks. To wire up all of your slime blocks, what you want to do is head beneath this bottom immovable object. You want to place 3 blocks going across like this, and then redstone on top of those. They have to be upside down half slabs, because otherwise they will be powered by this redstone torch here. Next up, you want to head over to this block here, place an upside down half slab, a repeater set to 4 ticks. That is going to be running straight into a block with a redstone torch on top. Then you want to head over to this piece of glowstone, a block like this, and then 2 blocks going across like that. Redstone in both of these spots with a repeater set to 4 ticks, running out into that redstone. And finally, you want to head on top of these pistons here, place a block up like this, redstone dust there, a block down like this, a repeater set to 2 ticks, that is going to be running out into a block. Then you want to grab an immovable object, place it down there, redstone dust on top of that one, block up like this, another repeater set to 2 ticks, that is going to be running into a block, with a block off to the side, redstone dust on top of that, and a redstone torch on the side of that one. Now, believe it or not, if we give this one a quick tester, all we have to do is chuck all of the blocks on the slime blocks, and then a bunch of blocks in there. As you can see, if we flick this lever, all of those get extended outwards, and we've got a fairly large quantity of our 6x6 piston door done. Of course, we have to repeat all of that on this other side, so I'll quickly show you how to do that one. So once again, it's exactly the same as the other side. You want to go beneath your removable object, place your 3 upside down half slabs there with the redstone dust on top of those ones. Then off the edge of this block, you want to place your repeater set to 4 ticks. That is going to be running out into the block with the redstone torch on that one. Then you want to place your 2 blocks going like this with your redstone dust on top of that block, your repeater set to 4 ticks running into the redstone dust that is going to be powering those bottom pistons there. And finally, up at the top, you want to place your block up like that, your redstone dust, your block here, your repeater set to 2 ticks, that is going to be running out into your block with your immovable object down there, the redstone dust on top of that one, then a block up like this, another repeater set to 2 ticks, that is going to be running out into a block with redstone dust off to the side and the redstone torch on the side of that block. Once again, what you want to do is chuck in all of your door blocks here, and as you can see when we flick the lever, almost all of our 6x6 vault door is now done. All we have to do is the final double piston extenders that are going to put all of these blocks in place. So the hard part is now over. We've got the easy bit to go. First things first, you want to go up to your top pistons here, place blocks on top of all of those, then sticky pistons facing downwards, and then another set of sticky pistons facing downwards with the blocks on all of their faces there. Then you can remove all of those temporary blocks. Then what you want to do is head over to this block right here, the one with the redstone, then all the repeaters, and then the redstone torch, and you want to place a block up like this, and a block up like this once again, 2 blocks going across like this, with redstone dust on top of all of those blocks. And now what you want to do is place a block here, block down like this, block up like that, and then blocks going all the way across all of your pistons here, redstone dust on top of that one, a repeater down in this little gap here with redstone dust once again on top of all of these blocks. Then you want to repeat the same thing on the other side, so that is blocks up like this, and then blocks going across like that, redstone dust on top of all of these blocks here, 2 blocks along, 1 block down, and then a block up like that with the redstone dust there, a repeater here, and then your redstone dust in this gap here. We aren't quite done yet, but just for peace of mind and understanding where you're going, what I want you to do is fill in all of the gaps for the door. Now, obviously, this is going to be your roof level here, so you can place in all of these blocks, and this will allow us to place the redstone on top of those blocks, which should allow us to complete the circuit. So that is what you should end up with. You should end up with something that looks just a little bit like this. Fill in all those blocks there, and as you can see, we have got a big 6x6 area. Finally now, for the home straight, we have only got a few bits left to do. What you want to do is head down to where your repeater is, place 2 bits of redstone dust there, a repeater running straight into that piston, and then you want to place some more redstone dust, a repeater running straight into this block right here that is going to be powering that piston. Then what you want to do is head over to this piece of redstone dust, place 2 blocks across like this, and a block up like that with 2 repeaters, both of them set to 2 ticks. Finally, you want to grab yourself a redstone torch, place a dropper facing upwards, a hopper facing down into that dropper right there. Then you want to place 2 blocks running out like this, a comparator with redstone dust on that block there, a block up like this, a repeater running into a block, and that is pretty much everything done. Now what you want to do is chuck a random item into that dropper there. That is going to be the falling edge monostable circuit for our double piston extender. Sadly, we have to repeat the same thing on the other side, so let's get this done nice and quickly. Head over to your repeater here, the 2 bits of redstone dust, and you want to chuck your repeater facing into that piston. The repeater there with a block like this with the redstone running into that, so that should power all of those pistons there. Then we want to head over to this piece of redstone dust, the 2 blocks, and the block up like that with repeaters, both of them set to 2 ticks running into that redstone. Finally, with the redstone torch, the dropper facing upwards, and then the hopper running down into that dropper. That is going to create the falling edge monostable circuit. So you want to place the comparator. That is going to be running into redstone dust, your block down here, and then the repeater that is going to be running into the block that is going to be powering all of that redstone, which will do the final block retraction. So now what we have to do is chuck the item into the dropper, and we should be all complete. So how about we give this thing a quick test to just flick this lever right here. As you can see, we've got the entire closing sequence, and if we flick it once again, we have got the entire opening sequence. So everything is done. Your 6x6 vault door is all complete and all looking very good indeed. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.